Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really fascinating concept that's right at the heart of Japanese social life, Uchi Soto. It's this idea that separates inside groups from outside groups, and it basically shapes how everyone communicates. To really get it, let's just start with a simple question you can probably answer for yourself.
So think about it for a second. The answer's almost certainly no, right? Of course not. You naturally change your tone, the words you use, even what you talk about, depending on who you're with. It's something we all do, probably without even realizing it most of the time.
You can almost think of it like having an inside voice for the people you're close to and an outside voice for everybody else. It's a totally universal human thing.
Well, this instinct we all have to switch up how we talk, Japanese culture has actually defined it and turned it into this really clear social framework. They call it Uchi Soto. And it's such a cool lens for understanding not just Japanese society, but our own social habits too.
So let's get right into it and break down what Uchi Soto really means.
Okay, so this visual is a perfect way to picture it. See that warm, trusted inner circle right at the core? That's your Uchi. And then, spreading out from there, you have these different layers of Soto, the outside. Now, this isn't about being friendly versus unfriendly, it's all about social context.
Let's start with Uchi. That character, Uchi, literally just means inside. This is your crew, your immediate family, your best friends, the people you work with every single day. In this circle, the language is super relaxed, casual, familiar. The politeness levels drop because you've got that built-in foundation of trust.
And then you've got Soto. That character, Soto, means outside. And this is pretty much everyone else. Strangers, acquaintances, clients from another company, people you've just met. The second you start talking to someone from a Soto group, your language just automatically shifts to being more formal and respectful.
Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this actually look like in a real conversation? Let's check out a few examples to really see these rules in action.
Okay, this is a fantastic example. When you're talking to your own mother, who is deep inside your Uchi group, you'd use the warm, familiar term okasan. But if you're talking to someone outside your family, a Soto person, about your mother, you switch to the humble word haha. You're kind of subtly lowering your own family status as a way to show respect to the person you're talking to. It's brilliant, right?
The workplace, of course, is another classic spot where Uchi Soto is happening all the time. And here, it gets even more complex. It's not just about who's inside or outside your company, it's also about the hierarchy within it. So for instance, you'd always call your company's president shacho. But then, if you're talking to a client, a Soto person, about your company, you'd switch to this really humble language to describe what your own team is doing. And what's really fascinating is that how you talk to a coworker could totally change the moment your boss or maybe someone from a different department walks over. It's this constant dynamic awareness of where everyone fits, which you can imagine is a huge learning curve for anyone working in Japan for the first time.
So why does this whole system even exist? Well, it really boils down to two massive cultural values in Japan: keeping the peace and showing respect.
First off, getting Uchi Soto right is a huge sign of social maturity. In a culture that puts a lot of value on the group, using the right language shows you have this deep understanding of the social situation and your relationship with everyone in it. It's like reading the room, but on a whole other level.
Second, and this is so important, it's all about maintaining harmony, or what's known as wa. By using the right level of politeness, you're smoothing over any potential friction before it even starts. It just keeps social interactions running peacefully and respectfully, which is a real cornerstone of the culture.
And finally, don't make the mistake of thinking this is just some stuffy set of business rules. No way. Uchi Soto is part of conversations every single day, whether you're at school, hanging out at home, or at your job. It is absolutely woven into the fabric of daily life there.
So now, let's bring this all back to you. Because even though the words are Japanese, the behavior underneath it all is something we can all probably recognize in our own lives.
At the end of the day, here's the big takeaway. Uchi Soto just puts a name to something we all do instinctively. I mean, think about the difference between catching up with your best friend versus meeting a new coworker, or how you joke with your little brother versus how you speak to your grandma. You are constantly navigating your very own version of Uchi and Soto. So I'll leave you with this question. Just take a second to think about it. Who are the people you can be 100% yourself with, where the conversation is just easy and totally unfiltered? Recognizing your own inner circle really helps you see that, you know what, we all have our own Uchi Soto.
and it's shaping how we connect with people every single day.